Peace family, welcome back to my channel, formerly known as Kai's Vision. Welcome to 1,000 Lives. This is going to be a collective reading for the summer solstice and the sun transitioning into the sign of Cancer. We're going to take a moment just to breathe, center ourselves on the reading, and open ourselves up to any guidance messages that the divine has for us at this time. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Kai. And if you're returning to this channel, good to see you again. Long time no see. Okay, so we're going to be using the Wise Veil Tarot. And we're going to be doing a 3-card spread. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it. As I shuffle, you can continue to breathe, center your energy on the reading. This is a new deck, so bear with me. Only used it a couple times. So just taking a deep breath in and then exhaling out. Opening yourself to receive divine guidance. Taking a deep inhalation in and exhaling it out. And one last deep cleansing breath. Breathe in and exhale it out. Alrighty, so let's see what 3 cards come out for us. So for the past energies, Spirit, what message do you have for the collective with the recent past energies? This is like a 3-card spread for the summer solstice and the sun transitioning into the sign of Cancer. Can we please have the first card in our 3-card spread, the past energies? Oh. Summer solstice, if you're unaware, I believe is, yes, Thursday, June 20th, 2024, the same day that the sun transitions into the sign of Cancer. So let's see what card we have for the past energy. The Lovers. For those of you familiar with tarot, this is definitely symbolic of Gemini season. So we just left the season of Gemini. This is our past energy in our 3-card spread. What we have in the present for Thursday, June 20th, 2024, the day of the summer solstice, and the sun transitioning officially into the sign of Cancer. Oh, I'm going to take this card, but I'm not going to take the other two not even 2. It's quite a few cards that fell. Let's see if I can grab them. Okay. Let me make sure I got all of them up. Okay. So there's a lot happening at this time in the present, especially with this Ace of Wands coming in. A lot of new energy, new opportunities to take action. Yeah, let's not dive too deep into that. Let's pull the last card before I continue. So for the, oh my gosh. For the near future, what do we have for the collective? For the summer solstice, sun transitioning to Cancer, the spread. What do we have for the near future for the collective, Spirit? Transformation, the Death card here. Oh, we are in an age of transformation, I will tell you that. Underneath at the bottom, we have the 9 of Cups. So our wishes will still be fulfilled despite regardless if you're facing any challenges at this time, some disappointment. But you know that you are on the right path. So that's good. Some of us know. For those of you that aren't feeling as though you're on the right path, are my prayers being answered? Is my wish going to be fulfilled? I feel as though there needs to be a connection to your higher self. With this past energy here, I think that Gemini season has had us in a space of needing to come together again, call your energy back, be unified with your masculine and feminine energy in order for you to be receptive to what your higher self is letting you know is happening at this time. There's a lot of fog I don't even know if this is fog, but there's some dark clouds here. There's a lot of uncertainty around this progression or this current journey. So there may be some confusion around whether or not you're in alignment. How do you know that you're in alignment? Despite what's happening in your reality, you're staying in a high vibration. You're ahead of the curve when it comes to protecting yourself emotionally, physically, mentally. You're staying up on your boundaries, staying up on your routines of self-care. As long as you're caring for your physical body, making sure you're in balance, I feel as though that is an indication that you will maintain alignment. So yes, in the recent past, we just left Gemini season, which was energy that was helping support us become into union so we can reconnect to our higher selves, our spirit team, and hear them a lot more clearly, that reinstill that faith within us, to ensure that we will be, maintain our hope and maintain the path. So I feel like that is what we've left. In the present moment, again, we have the Ace of Wands. I feel like this is symbolic of that olive branch, being given a new opportunity. This could be a God-sent opportunity, like a miracle that's coming in that you couldn't see. It's interesting that I didn't notice it before. I don't know if this is a road or not, or maybe this is just grass, but when I was just glancing at this card just now, it just gave me like the yellow brick road type of vibe. And that's been coming in a lot. Actually, this card does have like yellow bricks as the floor. So I feel like you've been walking this path for a while. It's been very obvious to you where you're headed, and you're in the valley of the path now. There's like, it's not clear what the path is going to turn into, or the yellow brick is no longer there. You're walking by faith and not by sight type of thing. So back to the present energy. I don't know why I went off in a tangent there. Sorry about that. But with the Ace of Wands, it does feel like this is an indication. It just feels like an indication, like you are on the right path. Here's an opportunity, or here is the mustard seed of faith is what I just heard. The mustard seed of faith that you've been looking for. Maybe you've been falling short with your faith, or you've been feeling like you have a slither of faith left, or maybe you're feeling like you have no faith left. You have all hope is lost is what I just heard. So I just think that with this Ace of Wands, the Summer Solstice energy, it's going to rejuvenate you and revitalize that faith within, so you can continue to walk your path and be prepared for what's to come, which segues us to the Death card, transformation. So I just personally feel like we're in a season of transformation. Not even season. Me personally, I feel like it's a year of transformation. It's never ending. As soon as you're done with one cycle, you're into another. But if you think about life, that's what life is. It's just a series of transformations. So what I'm getting here too is that this process in the past of becoming unified was a transformation on its own. Now you're in a space in the present of like, okay, what's next? Maybe you felt like you've accomplished everything you needed to with this stage of your life, and now you're in the middle of the beginning and the end of a new transformation. And so things could be feeling a little bit stagnant, or just a little bit of a standstill or slow, just because you're about to transition into a new cycle. And just because things become slow or stagnant, that doesn't always mean that you're not on the right path. So Spirit wants you to know that, to reassure you that just because things slow down, that doesn't mean that you're off your path. They're offering you an opportunity to rest, to see how far you've come, to look ahead at what's to come, with hope in your heart, and not so much of fear or the lack of hope, if that makes sense. So back to the Death card. Interesting that we have two major arcana surrounding an ace. This definitely does reflect that in the middle of the beginning and the end. But with this Death card here, it does feel like maybe some of you are dreading this transformation. Maybe it's something you've been putting off for a while. But just know with this season turning to summertime and we're us going into a cardinal sign of Cancer, I feel that this will be a lot gentler. I think it's one of those things where on the outside looking in, you're expecting the worst for what's to come, but really you need to release your expectations and just allow what is going to happen to happen. I think that will allow it to happen more gracefully and less with resistance, if that makes sense. Just releasing the control of what's going to happen and just allowing it to be so. So just know that a lot of the anxiety and fears that you have regarding the future is just stemming from an idea in your mind. It's stemming from the expectations of your mind. It's stemming from your past experiences with transformation. What you need to understand is you're creating your reality with your thoughts. Your active thoughts create your reality. So if you're still thinking about how things went down in the past and you're expecting them to go down the same in the future, well, you're creating your future with your thoughts at that point. You're helping that energy return into this new cycle. So Spirit wants you to keep focus on why you even started this path to begin with, and to release what's not serving you and what's not serving you emotionally. Look at what does serve you and be grateful for that at this time. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on how things turned out in the past, because that is altering your future. Your focus is very important at this time. And the actions you take behind that focus is extremely important. I don't know, this has never happened before, but I'm just for some reason seeing like this transformation is offering you the opportunity. The opportunity is to transform. The opportunity is to support you in letting go what no longer serves you. Okay, so you need to be open to allowing the divine to work on your life and not be in control of everything. There is some wish that you have that is going to be fulfilled, but what is required of you is to let go and let God. Really. Let the divine do its part. If you've already done with everything you can, and then you're coming to a space of stillness, it's important that you use that time to rest, rejuvenate, and allow the divine to work behind the scenes in your favor. Okay, I'm going to pull a few clarifying cards from the Energy Oracle deck. Those of you that have been on my channel know about this deck. I love this deck. This is one of the first decks I ever bought. And if you're a beginner in card reading, I highly recommend it. It is one of the easier decks for me to read. The pictures are very informative, the words and the book with the text. It's definitely helpful. So let me know if you have this deck, what you think of this deck, or if you just like me to go deeper into this deck in a separate video. Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to talk about the Energy Oracle deck and how it benefits me and the collective. Okay, so we're going to shuffle one more time, and then we're going to get 3 clarifying cards for this energy. Okay, so let's get one clarifying card for the past. Yes. Can we get one for the present? Yes, see that you see? And then this is in reverse. Can we get one for the near future? We got 2. I don't want to take any of those. Can we try again? And if that needs to be the card, then let it be. But we just need one. Thank you. And it's interesting. I saw this when I was shuffling when I cut the deck. Some very good cards. Very, very, very good cards. Okay, so the first card is clarifying the past. We have the Angel of Strength. So in the past, in this past Gemini season, or even in the spring season, it required a lot of strength from you to come into union. But I'm also seeing it required a lot of strength for you to release what wasn't serving you and to control or harness your ego is what I'm getting. To release, relieve the control that the ego had over the soul, if that makes sense. A lot of us were operating from an ego standpoint in the past, and this this energy of the Lovers was allowing us to become whole again. So the ego is not the only aspect of our soul in control, but that all aspects of our soul are now have equal control, if that makes sense. And it's interesting because this is a 5 and this is a 6. So yeah, it does feel like it was required of you to gain the strength to become unified. With this middle card here, we have the Ace of Wands with indecision in reverse. So this tells me that you're releasing yourself from being indecisive. You're finally making a decision, and that is the reason why this opportunity has appeared. And what's coming up, I know a lot of readers don't do this. I do this. But what's coming up is this 5 of Cups card at the bottom. So you have your wish fulfilled. But before your wish being fulfilled, you were struggling to see the silver lining. You were more focused on what wasn't working versus what is working. So if you are in a space of stagnancy, and everything just seems like, sorry if you hear a little bit of background noise, we have the water sprinkler on. But if everything just seems like it's not working out in your favor, maybe it's because these cups were never meant to be full. Those things were never meant to succeed, because you have these 2 full, strong cups behind you that are going to take you to where you would like to go, if that makes sense. So the moment that you decide to release attachments to what didn't work and move forward with what does work is when your wish is fulfilled, and it's when this opportunity arises for you to move forward. And then for the Death card, we have blossoming abundance. So look at the way this is. See, this is why when this card came out, I wasn't feeling any negativity surrounding this death. It just feels like an initiation. It feels like it's required in order for you to receive this blossoming abundance. On the other side of this transformation is the blossoming abundance. If you look in the back, this is something I noticed earlier, and now I see why. You see the sun peeking out over the hill in the back here, in between these 2 towers. Like, yes, what they're dealing with. Let me put this card back out. Yes, what they're dealing with right in front of them is devastating. It's causing an emotional upheaval. Yes, that's definitely happening. But if you look in the background, there's a silver lining. There's hope. There's faith restored. There's wishes fulfilled. There's rejuvenation. There's just a lot of good energy on the other side of this transformation. So Spirit wants you to know that you're doing why did I hear you're doing great, sweetie. They want you to know you're doing an amazing job, and they want you to honor the feelings that you have and feel them. Feel the feelings that you're having surrounding this transformation, surrounding this journey. Don't bypass your feelings, but also learn how to navigate your feelings. Feelings are meant to be felt, but you don't necessarily need to dwell in the darkness. You don't need to stay there. You feel it, you release it, and then you come back up for air in your higher vibration. So yes, it does feel like on the other side of this transformation, there's something beautiful happening here. And then we have the second confirmation with the door to value. It's important that you stay the path. And if you don't have a plan on the path, I would say if you do have a plan, try to stick to the plan, but just know that the divine has a greater plan, and it's okay to adjust and adapt. If you don't have a plan, you definitely need to create one. How can you have movement if you don't have a plan or a map on where you're going? So if you're feeling indecisive right now, it could be that you don't have a plan. If you're feeling indecisive right now, it could be that because on this sign here, it says unknown. Funny, there's butterflies there too, signifying the transformation. If you're not sure where to go, ask your guides for help, for assistance, for support, for clarity. I'm also getting that it doesn't matter which lane you choose, you're going to end up at your desired destination. It's about making the decision and sticking to it. If this detour wasn't a part of your plan, then it was a part of the divine's plan, right? So we need to be flexible and adapt to what life throws at us, and don't allow it to become an obstacle. Nice. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, speaking of obstacles, let's talk about what guidance Spirit has for you. I'm using the Soul's Journey lesson cards. I'm only going to allow one card to come out. If other cards come out, I may read them. I may not. Let's just see what happens. If you're enjoying the reading, please like the video and share it with a friend or a loved one. And comment down below how you're feeling about it. And if this is resonating with you, I'd love to hear from you. And we can get a conversation going. So let's see. Oh, these do not want to touch. Okay, so what guidance do you have for the collective during this summer season, this Cancer season? Empathy. I think this is just the one. And then maybe we'll, and then at the bottom, change, right? Because we are in a season of change, okay? The seasons are literally changing. So therefore, we are changing, as above, so below, right? So we have the card empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Can't make this up, y'all. I can't make this up. It's the both sides for me because it's come up here. It's come up even underneath this card. We have the High Priestess, and look, it's Cancer season, the Chariot. And all of these have similar energy of like balance. Twos keep coming up. Maybe you're seeing 222. That could be a confirmation. Back to the empathy card. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. This is for those who are seeing the negative side of the situation and staying there. Just like I just said, you need to realize that you have a capacity to be on the other end of that fear, of that anxiety, of that worry. It's within your control. If you can't control anything, the one thing you can control is how you're feeling. So it's important that you take note of that and you accept the agency that has been your divine right since you were born to control how you're feeling. Now, if you're finding that in your environment it's a lot more difficult to control how you're feeling, then maybe you need to set boundaries in that environment. Be communicative with the people in that environment about how you're feeling and what your needs need to be, that your needs need to be met in a certain way. If you hear my cat in the background, it's just because she liked the reading. She want to be in here, but she be tearing up my stuff, so I apologize for that. But yes, so you need to be open to seeing both sides of the situation. This is also feeling like you need to open your heart, even though what happened in the past didn't go as expected. You still need to open your heart to what the divine has for you now, the justice that's coming into your life to balance that injustice out. You have to have your heart open in order for you to receive it. And the word empathy, I feel like, needs to be something that you're putting onto yourself. You need to be compassionate and gentle and graceful, and you need to be compassionate and gentle with yourself at this time. There may be some feelings of like defeat, and that you may be beating yourself up because of how things went in the past, and because you know that you're stronger than how you've been showing up. But it's important that you just give yourself a little bit of grace at this time. There's no need to beat yourself up. The world is doing that enough. You know, people do that enough. Our workplaces do that enough. So it's important that you have empathy with self, that you honor yourself in a way that's in a positive way. And like I said in the beginning of the reading, it's important that you take note of what the things that you're saying and speaking over your life. Also speaking over yourself. So, like saying things like, oh, I'm so dumb that I did this, Like, you got to get rid of that negative self-talk, honey. You got to get into your positive affirmations and believe, because what you're doing with that negative self-talk is creating a negative future, right? So we don't want that. We want a positive, abundant, prosperous, wealthy, healthy future, right? So speak those positive things into your life. It's okay if you have a moment of, I'm worried, I'm discouraged. It's okay that we're human. We're going to have those feelings. What's important is that you don't stay there, okay? So I'm just going to set this down here. And we're going to pull our last card for this reading. If you're still here, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you're enjoying it. And remember to like and share the video. So the last card is going to come from Denise Lynn's Sacred Destiny. I love Denise Lynn. I think if I'm not mistaken, I bought my first Oracle deck from her, the Native Spirit, which I'll probably show in a different video. She's amazing. She's truly amazing. So again, if you want to see this deck, let me know, because this is, as you can see, I don't use this one that often. Okay. All right, so just centering your energy on this last card of guidance, opening yourself up to healing, to love, to support from the divine. All right, what is the last message to close this reading? Oh, take it. Wisdom. Ooh, this is a beautiful, tell me this is not Cancerian. Oh, and then at the bottom, okay, any of you that are feeling like life is lacking, I promise you right now, change the way you think about your life. You can decide to continue to believe that you're in a negative space or a space of lack, or you can go down the path of abundance. It's whatever you choose, baby. It's whatever you believe about yourself, whatever you speak over your life, that is what will be reflected back to you in your reality. Okay, so we have the card of wisdom. Surprisingly, there is no crab in this picture, but this was giving Cancer season. So I'm going to go ahead and get the book, and we're going to read wisdom, okay? Wisdom. Is this in? Okay, it is. It's in ABCRTUVW. Here we are. Yeah, this is Cancerian. Oh my God, I love it here. I love it here. Depths of the sea. The surface of the sea can be choppy and turbulent, but when we sink down into the depths, our surroundings are completely different. Often there is a stillness below. In other cases, the surface of the sea might be placid, yet down in the liquid blue are a myriad of creatures and a variety of seaweeds. A vast community of creatures is eating, mating, giving birth, and dying. Wow, that's that death card here. And the lovers, mating, dying, giving birth. There's so many things happening here. What we see on the sea's surface has very little to do with what is occurring below. The sacred landscape wants you to know things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface in your life. For example, you might feel that you aren't making progress on a particular project, yet beneath the surface, things are happening. Or you might be going through a stormy cycle. This card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life may be a bit rocky or wobbly, in a deeper place, all is well, and serenity and peace are emerging. Things that may seem challenging will later be revealed to have been beneficial. And this is exactly what I was saying from the beginning of the reading. It may look to you like things aren't working out in your favor. It may look to you like you're in a space, you're in a cycle of, for some reason, the word hell came to mind. Okay, some of y'all, stop accepting that this is your reality. Again, you have the right, the control to change how you feel. And we are moving into a water sign. Shout out to all the water signs. Anyways, the way you feel is so important right now. It's so important. Thoughts can lead to emotions. So again, have boundaries in your environment. If you have negative people in your environments, have boundaries. Ignore them. I'm gonna be real with you. Ignore them. They're gonna feel a way, but what's more important, the way they feel or the way you feel? Especially in a time like this. Just know, I said it before early in the reading, and you know internally that you are victorious, that this is in the past. Struggling, what is the word? Hoarding, like all of that is in the past. You are in a space of this is the beginning of the victory. The beginning of the end has already ended. You're in the valley now of, now we're going to start winning. Right? This is your season, but you need to choose this to be your season. You can't expect for the reality outside of you to confirm that this is your season. You need to agree. You need to initiate, this is my season, period. Because I'm doing the self-work that is required of me, that the divine is asking of me. And all they're asking you to do is to think differently. All they're asking you to do is to let go of how you think of the past. Let go of your expectations of how the past turned out, of how it went last time. Let it go and look at what's still standing, what is still working out, the growth that you've gone through since you took your last attempt, right? They want you to focus on the good right now because it's important for you to keep your vibration high so you can reach this abundance after this last transformation here. I'm going to read the last card because abundance is here. Too many. We got an 8 here. Okay. We got abundance, door to value. So this will be the last card. So this is a wildflower wonderland. Wildflowers are not intentionally planted. They are untamed, natural, and free. Their fragrance calls bees to pollinate them so that seeds are created to continue the cycle of life. These kinds of natural flowers don't try to be profuse and beautiful. They just are, without struggle or worry. They are abundant without effort. Prosperity is your birthright. And the grand profusion of a field of untamed flowers reminds you that a windfall is coming. I don't know how much more evidence you need to know that the windfall is coming, but it's coming. The sacred landscape wants you to know everything is blossoming in your life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. And look at what's underneath that, miracles. I just want to move this because it's important that you take action in the direction of your dreams. Remember, we got the indecision underneath the present moment. What decision are you going to make? One for your highest good or the same one that you've been making in the past? Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for abundance to fall into your lap. Take steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. That was a beautiful way to end this reading. If you like this reading, please like and share it with someone you love that you feel like will help support them at this time. My name is Kai. This is 1,000 Lives. I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.